to cross-examine Chad Cobb later today about his motivations. But Holly, the idea of him getting some sort of favorable treatment, he was the one who murdered this woman. He was the one who did it. He strangled and beat her to death. And when we look at these two people who are involved, or you have Chad Cobb, who admitted to it, and Erica Stefanko, who's on trial for her involvement in this, if you're the state, if you are speaking to the victim's family, what is justice here? Is it getting both people? Is it making a favorable deal to the actual killer? How does that work?
I think that the facts of this case hit perfect for the victim's family. Not only do they have the convicted killer behind bars, or the person who agreed to the plea deal of murder behind bars, but now the prosecution is going even further to make sure that every single person who may have been involved in this murder is being prosecuted. And if I were the prosecution, I'd be asking Chad Cobb, perhaps on redirect after cross-examination this afternoon, I'd be asking the question that every single one of us in America wants to know. Why now? Why is Chad Cobb now revealing this information? And I think there's a really good angle here. I think that the prosecution should say, how long have you been sitting in that jail cell, sir? And at the beginning of this case, when you were found guilty of this murder, there were maybe some things that weren't truthful. But over the passage of time, have you had a reconsideration of how important the truth is? Do you think it's fair that if someone else were involved in this murder, that they get to be walking around free in the world? And let's remember, at the time of his guilty plea, Erica was the mother of his children, not just of GC, the stepmother of GC. And so the mother of his children at the time, he was probably trying to protect, if the prosecution's theory of the case is correct. So I think I would hit the highlights on why did you not tell the truth at the time?
Right, and he is an interesting witness to follow. I want to play more of what he said yesterday in anticipation of what the cross-examination